start with the big picture. Price ceiling well above the market now in the low 350s. You got 359.39. That is still a 50% upside retracement from that December high against the more recent April low. And you also have a 2-year channel top. They continue to behave well, these longer term structures. It was back in November of last year that we closed for the first time above this 2-year structure that set up the 5-year structure at 515.51 as a likely 3 to 5 month target. It took about 3 weeks before we closed in on it, did not test it, fell away. We did test that channel top on the way down. I got a bit of a slight bounce for a week, but we closed below it the following week and then continued cascade south. And so it's been a little sloppy. We've pushed through this area on an intra-week basis only a week and a half ago, where we had closed above it on a daily basis, then awaiting a possible weekly settlement above the same area for a green light on a longer term buy signal that would have at least anticipated the 515.51 channel top once again, quite possibly by the end of the year. But that wasn't to be, of course, and that we did not get the buy signal overall. We were mentioning how you can play the short side just based on the fact that the market closed the week back below this area Wednesday of last week, that we closed below this recently formed rising channel bottom that is now at 350.87. That was our sell signal down to the channel bottom that is now at 282.82. The verbal war between Trump and Musk, this obviously played out. This was the impetus, but technically speaking, we were on the short side of the market when the big sell-off occurred, and we did test this channel bottom at 282.82, which is still buyable support over only the 2 to 3 week time frame. From here, we can round back up into the low 350s again, where we still have a trouble spot at 351.39 to 353.14. So if you're a 2 to 3 week swing trader, you can buy 282.82 on weakness, anticipating the low 350s over the next 1 to 3 weeks, depending on volatility. Now, on the way up, we have 329.48. I don't expect to see that today, but on the way up, we do have a 3/8 upside Fibonacci at 309.31. Holding below 309.31 will keep 282.82 in reach again over the next day or two. Here's a scenario where we test it early in the day and we fall away and perhaps even close negative on the day, close back below Friday's settlement price. That would then likely result in a test of 282.82 on Tuesday tomorrow. So that is just one scenario. But if we push through 309.31 today, that should set off follow-through buying to 329.48, quite possibly on an intraday basis. Check us out at wickedstocks.com. You get a 5-day free trial up front. You also get weekly Apple stock, daily Triple Q, daily SPY, weekly S&P 500, weekly NASDAQ 100 analysis, and 2 stock picks every week. You can see that all by going to wickedstocks.com.